Hello there, Texas Deacon here. I'm calling this the Red Pill number 3, artillery training. I got out of high school in 1961, and in those days, everybody got drafted, unless you were just physical wreck of some kind and had some real physical problem, you got drafted. I wanted to go into the military and get it over with, which I did. I got out in '64. Before Vietnam started, in a very wise move on my part, I think. Anyway, I ended up in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, in artillery school. And we went through all the training, and part of it had to do with live fires, where we went out to the range and actually fired the real bullets, the real everything, the real rounds, the real shells. We had a number of these. And to myself, I began to question something. How many times do you have to fire a 105 millimeter artillery piece before you get the hang of it and learn how to do it? Now, during this training, we all had to learn how to do the 5 different positions that gun had. Now, I'm using memory now, so if I'm a little off, hey, forgive me. Anyway, and those things were loud, and they would hurt the ears, and they didn't issue any earplugs in those days. So we'd go out and we'd fire 100 rounds, 150 rounds. And I'm saying, wow, why can't we fire 15 or 20 and then throw some blanks in there that go pop and save that money? Because taxpayers had to replace all this stuff that we shot up just for practice. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's good to keep the ammunition current, which is good, but anybody that knows anything about military munitions, the way they manufacture it, the way they pack it and seal it, it's good forever. Now, this 105 round came with a detonator in the package, which you put in, no problem. Screwed it in. And on this one particular firing that I remember, they brought out a different kind of a fuse that was you actually fired a time bomb. You had if I remember correctly, an M26 fuse setter. Now, they learned that I could understand and how to operate one of these things. It wasn't that complicated, and would set the fuse for a proper setting. But what would happen is, when you fired the artillery round, once the round got X number of feet from the barrel, a safe distance, a couple 300 feet, the round would arm itself. And the reason the delay was, it was called bore safe, that if something had fouled up in manufacture and it went off at that time, it would be out of harm's way. Now, on this particular day that's so vivid in my memory, we fired 300 rounds, in which I wasn't the only one setting one. There was a couple of other soldiers too. We would take the one that came with the round, set it aside to be thrown away, and screw in this new one that had to use the M26 fuse setter to set it. Now, I was making $62 a month. This fuse that I was screwing in cost $165. Close to 3 months of my salary, 2.5 at least. We were firing every time it went bang. Now, we never saw one of these rounds land. They just fired off into the distance. Where they went, I do not know. No one knows. Do the math. 300 times $165. And then, if you want to make it in today's money, multiply that figure by 10, 15, maybe even 20. That's taxpayers' money. You know, that's some of the reason that we're in trouble today financially. We just fired these rounds. They went off into the distance. We couldn't hear them go boom. That was it. And the 105 had a range of up to about 8 miles, I believe. 8 or 11, could be 11 miles. Been a long time. We wasted probably $1 million that day in today's money. $1 million worth of taxpayers' money. And of course, I never asked why. In the military, you don't ask why. You just do what you're told. I did it, but I didn't have to like it. Look around. Look for waste that you're going to see in government. And I do not believe in cutting military expenses at all. Those are America's finest, the cream of the crop, the greatest people that we have to offer. These are young. They're willing to lay down their lives for us. Give them the best. But let's not waste for the sake of waste. There are people in this country, if you're going to waste, spend it on something over here. It's one of my memories that woke me up. Thank you. May God bless America. May God bless the Republic of Texas. And may God bless you and yours.